You guys, back with another mock draft. So let's start this draft. We won't do trades. We'll do trades in a couple weeks from now. But uh, so I would imagine the Giants and Titans maybe trade back here for a more quarterback needy team like the Jets, the Raiders, even maybe the Browns too if needed. Steelers have fallen. Let's just get into the nitty gritty. So first round, first pick, Titans on the clock. You could go Ruben here. You can go Arvo Reese. Two of the best players. Titans needed a playmaker off the edge. Those two will fill those roles. Caleb Downs won't be taken because positional value. Peter Woods has not been playing good. Jordan Tyson, you can get a weapon for Cam Ward, but taking him first overall, wide receiver first overall, a little iffy there. Won't take Simpson Mendoza or more. Maybe Keldrick Folk. But honestly, like the no-brainer pick here is always Arvo Reese. I mean, it gets redundant at a point, but like it's Arvo Reese. He's one of the best players in college football. You're taking him for his edge prospect. Like he hasn't played edge that much in college football, but this year he has. He's been playing really good football there, and he's risen a lot. So Arvo Reese is a good pick here. You could go Ruben Bain Jr., but Ruben Bain Jr. has been too inconsistent for me to go number one overall. So Arvo Reese is the right pick here. Giants. You can also see them trading down here too. Caleb Downs, positional value, positional value, positional value. That's really big for them. So if the Giants maybe trade back with the Rams scenario, or like maybe the Vikings or something, and the Vikings jump up because they really like a prospect, or the Jets and they take Downs at 7, it's not a crazy reach because you're taking him for his blue chip ability. But is it worth taking with the second overall pick? I don't think so. So you don't take Downs here unless you trade back. You don't take Love here either. Skydabu is fine. Tracy's fine. Singletary's fine. So you realistically go receiver here. Go Tate, Lemon, or Tyson. I like Lemon. He's the slot shifty guy, but I don't think he goes in the top 10, let alone the top 5 and second overall. Tyson, with MetLife's injury situation, do you want to take a chance? So I don't think you can. I mean, like the best, he's literally not available. He missed 90% of some of his snaps, and he's not there. Like he had ACL injuries, lingering injuries all the time. Will he work in New York? Because everyone gets injured seemingly over there. So and Neighbors coming off a torn ACL, you might have both of your starting receivers just gone immediately. So you're either gonna take Tate or Lemon, and I don't think Lemon's gonna go to the Giants. So I'll take Tate. Tate is really big, really physical, really good at run blocking. He's just a really good prospect. He's really excelled in the deep ball range. He's really took that step back with more snaps he's gone this year after Egbuka got drafted. So taking Tate here is a good pick, even though wide receiver isn't the biggest need for the Giants, but at 2 the value's there. So maybe you maybe you take a wide receiver. You, I mean, really, I don't think you justified torn ACL, Jamal McCoy coming, or you don't even need any edges. And Mansur Lane is a very iffy prospect with his arms and physicals. So I think Tate is the best option here. With the Saints, Ruben Bain Jr. is on the board. Caleb Downs on the board. Peter Woods is on the board. I don't like the Peter Woods pick so much, but Peter Woods has fallen a lot for me since last week. So you can maybe take Keldrick Folk. You can take McCoy. There's many ways this can go. So I think I'll take Bain here. Bain has also been really explosive off the line. He's been really good when playing good at Miami, but Miami has been very inconsistent, and their playoff hopes are in jeopardy too. So this might be like one of the last football games you see of Ruben Bain if he doesn't make the playoffs. But he's really explosive. He's really fast. He has okay physicals. So he's not a bad. He's fairly young too. He's only a junior. He's not even a redshirt. He's just a junior straight up. So it's not a bad pick. So Ruben Bain here is good. They need edge talent. Edge is one of the most uh, important positions of football. One of the most high impact. You see what Garrett does. You see what Burns does. You see what Bosa does. You see what literally any of the top edge rushers. You can see what they do. They change games. They actually change games. So you Benito, literally the list goes on. So taking their edge of the future to get some pressure is good. You can maybe see them taking Mendoza, but no. Uh, let's go with the Raiders. The Raiders take either Ty Simpson, Mendoza. I don't know why Simpson's so ranked so highly. He's a very he's more and more I watch him, the more and more uncertain I get. His deep ball accuracy is very bad. He's smart at times. He's really good in that middle area, the middle of the field area, the little check down area. He's smart ish when he's in the middle area, but deep ball is where he just starts to go ballistic. So I don't know how trustworthy this is. Fernando Mendoza, obviously not crazy physical athlete, but he will stay in the pocket, he'll get hit, and he will deliver a strike and win you some games. So there's nothing more you can ask for. And Dante Moore is a quarterback. I mean, he's a dual threat. He'll be pretty well. So I'm gonna take Mendoza. Geno Smith isn't the answer. I don't think Pete Carroll will be there for that much longer. So taking Mendoza and just cleaning house, cleaning everybody, general manager, everything. It's not a bad situation. You have Bowers, you have Genty, so you can manage with Mendoza. You get your quarterback and then just draft around him, because a good quarterback can change a franchise like this. You see what Dart has done. You see what May has done. You see what Williams has done. You see what Daniels. All those guys you just draft. That's all in the same draft class, by the way. All three of those guys have changed around franchises, and Dart is probably going to change around another franchise. So let's keep on continuing with the QBs. If you hit on a QB, that's your franchise. It's changed. So it's not a bad option. The Browns the Browns can do a bunch of things. They can take Jeremiah Love. They can take Tyson. They can take Lemon. You don't need edge rushers. That defensive line's really good and the linebackers aren't that bad. The corners aren't that bad. So I don't think Downs is in play here. Peter Woods is really needed with Mason Graham. So I think you're good there. So maybe you take a playmaker for Shador, or whoever is that quarterback's going to be, Dylan or Shador. So I think you take Jordan Tyson. You have to take the upside with him. Jordan Tyson is great when he's on the field. The problem is the injury concerns. You don't know when he's going to play, when he's not going to play. So at Arizona State, it's been a very up and down year. So I like Jordan Tyson here, and I feel like he can make a difference in Cleveland with the right QB play. I mean, he's one of the best college football receivers, and he's the reason why he's projected to go top 10. I mean, he's really fast. He'll break open a game for you. So I don't think you should take the safe play. Honestly, the Browns, with how well that defense is playing, if you had a home run hitter like Jordan Tyson, it won't be too bad to experiment with that. So I think Jordan Tyson's a great pick here. With the Commanders, you can go multiple things. You can go Keldrick Folk. You can go a receiver like Lemon. Um, or maybe McCoy, Delane, Sonny Styles. I have him taking Folk a lot, so to not be redundant, I'm still gonna take Folk. Yeah, Folk, he's so versatile. He's so big. He can play anywhere. He's 285, and that's pretty big for an edge rusher. 6'6", 285. That's pretty big for an edge rusher. So he might go. He might switch in between. He might go from defensive tackle to defensive end, or he might just stay at defensive end. That's fine. And he's fairly young too, junior, so he's probably like 20, 21. So honestly, not a bad pick. They need edge rushers. They need a star edge rusher. So, and again, like I said earlier, with the Ruben Bain pick, you're gonna have to a good edge rusher is gonna have to change your entire game. That can really uh, elevate a defense. So a great edge rusher can really elevate something like that. The Jets, there's two quarterbacks. There's Ty Simpson and Dante Moore. I personally like Dante Moore. Dante Moore has looked better. He's looked more consistent. He's looked more reliable than Ty Simpson. I don't know why Ty Simpson is still so highly ranked. I still think Dante Moore is a better quarterback. He's led a better football team, and I honestly trust Oregon more than I do Alabama. But that's just programs wise. Dante Moore is a very interesting prospect. He's a redshirt sophomore, fairly young. He's 6'2", 206. I'm pretty sure he can run. He can sling the ball well. He played really well against USC, and he was just slinging it. So I think Dante Moore's the right pick here. People are saying he's gonna go back to school. I don't think he should. He's getting picked by the Jets with Garrett Wilson already. I mean, and then they have an extra pick where they can use a receiver or something. They have an extra pick and 3 first-round picks next year from the Sauce and Quinn Williams trade. He can totally find success there. It's just the coaching, and I don't think the coach has done a bad job, but it's the Jets, man. They always find a way to struggle. So I feel like a good culture changing QB, because you can't have Tyrod Taylor starting in that on that offense. He's good. He's a good backup, and he'll step up when needed. But if Dante Moore is available, I think you should take Dante Moore, especially with how many first round picks they have. They can really build a great team around Dante Moore and Garrett Wilson. Keep Garrett happy with, and you also have Adonai Mitchell, John Mechie. It's honestly not a bad receiving core. It's not as bad as people think. Obviously, when Allen Lazard is your number 2 receiver, it's gonna be a little tough. But with John Mechie, who looks pretty good, and Adonai Mitchell, two young receivers, and then you have Garrett Wilson, who's a stud. I mean, Dante Moore is set up for success with Breece Hall too on the running game to take some stress off of him. So I like that here. I'll go Mekhi Lemon with the Cardinals. Mekhi Lemon, really, 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 really underrated. I know he's ninth on the big board, but I feel like these type of receivers, he will probably be. I think he'll be better than Tyson, maybe even better than Tate. He's just so good at finding zones or gaps in the zones. That he's so fast. He literally reminds me of like someone like a Malik Neighbors who can just get open and find zones and like coverage busts and stuff. He's really good. Those type of receivers, those like gadget type receivers who will find little holes and crevices and really good in like jet sweeps and RPOs and stuff. Those receivers do really well in the NFL. You've seen it recently with Emeka Bukpa. So I like Mekhi Lemon here. He'll bring some stress off of that quarterback room, whoever it is, Brissett or Murray. And honestly, they need some receiver help. MHJ can't keep on doing what he's doing. So let's get him a real bona fide number 2 receiver and help MHJ out. The Rams. There's multiple areas they can go. You can maybe say Sonny Styles is in play, but I don't think so. They have Landman. They just extended him. They're not going to draft a replacement. So you can maybe go Kenyon Sadiq. You can go Caleb Downs. And I think Caleb Downs is such a blue chip player that he just falls to the Rams. They need secondary. Maybe you take Caleb Downs, blue chip player. Like I said, he's a quarterback of the defense. He'll let everyone know he's a great tackler. He's a really good box safety. And honestly, I feel like if Downs there, you just take him, especially with the Super Bowl team like the Rams who can use that. Let's go with the Bengals. Bengals need some defense, obviously, or O-line, and the O-line class isn't that great. So maybe take Cassius Howell reuniting with Shamar Stewart or David Bailey. The thing I don't like about David Bailey is that he's kind of small. So maybe not David Bailey. We'll go. Even TJ Parker's okay. Like it just depends. Peter Woods is okay. We'll go David Bailey. David Bailey's really good. He's okay at pass rushing or at run stopping, but he's really good at pass rushing. He's small. He's only he's 250, so he's on smaller size and he's 6'3". But I feel like he can make a difference in this defense. I mean, they need some pressure help. That defense has not been good. They were consistently letting up like 40, 50 points. I mean, I know against the Ravens game, they didn't let up that much, but honestly, I think that was just an off game. So for the Ravens, so I think that taking David Bailey here is good. They need some more help from Shamar Stewart. Shamar Stewart's a really good athlete. He's really good, but you're going to need some help too because Shamar Stewart didn't get that many sacks in college, and he's looking pretty rough in the NFL with the whole saga that just happened. So there's probably some tension there. So let's get David Bailey there to help him get to the quarterback. The Vikings. The Vikings could use a bunch of stuff. They could use center, tackle, offensive line. Or 9. 9 is going to need some help. So maybe take a corner here. I think you do. You take Jamal McCoy. Jamal McCoy, obviously, there's concern with the injury history, but he was a lockdown last year in college football before he got injured. So he was a lock. He was a lock. So I think Jamal McCoy would be a great pick here. You take the upside here, even with the injury concern. But honestly, if Jamal McCoy is available, you take him. Obviously, there's going to be some sort of flux, but I don't think you can pass up on Jamal McCoy. Obviously, you can't fix JJ McCarthy. You're gonna have to ride him out. It's only his first year. Technically his first year. He was injured all of last year, basically. So it's only his first year, but the upside is there. So I would take the upside there and wait for a better QB class, or at least just wait for McCarthy to get better and maybe give him some more offensive line help. You can maybe take Fano later, but this works for the Dolphins. I think take Sonny Styles. Big riser for me. He was at one point he was like a second or third round pick. He's a big riser for me. He used to play safety, but now he's probably a full time linebacker, and you could use some coverage there. They also need linebacker. It's a very good pick, value for the pick. I really like Sonny Styles. I think he will do numbers in the NFL that Ohio State defense is gonna have a lot of people drafted with Arvo Reese, McDonald, Sonny Styles, even Tate, who isn't on the defense, but and Downs, and Tate, who isn't on the defense. A bunch of Ohio State players are just leaving, but they seem like they're getting younger and younger every single year, which just amazes me. So, anyways, this is an Ohio State glaze sesh, but Sonny Styles is really good at covering. He's really fast. Even for being 6'5", he's very fast, and 243. So you take the upside there, and he'll probably be an impact on first start player where he'll start immediately and alleviate some of that Dolphins defense. You can maybe go wide receiver for the Dolphins, but I think Sonny Styles is better because all the top 3 receivers are gone. Maybe if Lemon was there, I'd probably have him taking Lemon, but Lemon isn't available. The Chiefs. It's either going to be Peter Woods or maybe Cassius Howell. I'll take Cassius Howell. I think you're done watching George Karlaftis suit up as a Chiefs. I mean, he hasn't been terrible. They paid him, but I think you need a true edge rusher. Cassius Howell is very good, very explosive. Again, still on kind of like the shorter end, 248. He's a redshirt senior. He's pretty old, but he can probably walk into that Chiefs defense and kind of be a rotational rusher until Karlaftis' contract is done or they trade somebody and free up some space for him. But he can be a really good player. Just the edge class is very small, so you have to take that with a grain of salt. He'll be good for blitz sets and pass rushing sets, but it's the run game that really concerns me with some of these edges. So I think Cassius Howell is the right pick here, though. He doesn't need to be stepped in and start producing immediately, even though it's the Chiefs. They're fighting for a playoff spot. I think they'll be fine with Cassius Howell being a rotational rusher. So with the Steelers, I feel like you take Ty Simpson here. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to play forever. You're going to have to take someone like someone to learn from Aaron Rodgers. He's not a great mentor, but he's a mentor, and he's a veteran quarterback. The problem is Ty Simpson is on the older side. He's technically a senior, redshirt junior, and he has looked very wishy-washy the past couple of weeks. His draft stock has fallen. There've been people who had him as the first quarterback gone, like the Raiders would take him, but Ty Simpson has looked very wishy-washy. His deep ball accuracy is abysmal, terrible, but his short area, short gains, medium passes are fine. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. Maybe you can learn a little bit from Aaron Rodgers, or maybe return back to school and transfer, or just return to school and play back at Alabama. So it just depends. But if he's available, the Steelers should take him because, again, Rodgers can't play forever. Let's go with the Panthers. You can maybe get Bryce Young some help with Sadiq, and I think that's a fun pick. Bryce Young had one of, if not one of the best games he has as Panthers. I mean, honestly, he looked like a franchise quarterback. He either plays like a second coming of Cam Newton, or he plays like, Andy Dalton. Not prime Andy Dalton, by the way. Prime Andy Dalton was fine, but he'll play like Andy Dalton, where you'll turn over constantly. He'll look sluggish, but then he'll light you up for 350 in 2 quarters. Like it's weird. It's really weird. But if Kenyon Sadiq's available, it's a fun pick for the Panthers. He can really help alleviate that offense with McMillan and then Sadiq too, and then with Leggett on the other side. I know he hasn't been good, but like all the other receivers, Cocker. So I think they'll be fine. And Sadiq is such a good prospect. He can just run, and he's so athletic. That USC game where he went up and caught that ball in the end zone, really good prospect. I really like Sadiq, and honestly, if it wasn't for positional value, like just have pure athleticism, you'll go in the top 5. So I really like Sadiq, and that pick is a good pick for the Panthers if they want to continue developing Bryce Young. The Cowboys, you're taking Delane here. So I think the Cowboys can realistically take Delane here because, one, you don't know if Diggs is coming back, and Delane has played pretty good at LSU. His arms are a little short, like I said. He's a very small corner, and he's pretty old too. He's a senior. He's 6'1", 190, which is a little small, but the stats are there. I mean, he's pretty good. So I think he can definitely play. So he's only allowed 24 receptions this year, so it's honestly not that bad. He's doing better than 2024, and his yards are an all time low. And only allowed one touchdown. He's got an interception, so he's been playing pretty good. So, and especially with that secondary getting a little old, maybe and the offense playing the way it is, the offense playing really good. So maybe you just take Delane here, learn from Diggs if he comes back. If not, good. You have a starting corner. The Rams. I'm going TJ Parker. Uh, Lions pass rush isn't that well other than Aiden Hutchinson. Why don't you get someone else who can really elevate that? I really like TJ Parker. Obviously Clemson hasn't been playing good, but he's been okay. This year he has he has one batted down ball. He has 22 hurries, 7 hits, 6 sacks. Obviously step down, or no, sorry. Six sacks, 11 hits, hurries. His stats are obviously down from that 2024 season where he was projected to be like a top pick, but I wouldn't really worry about that. So I think you take him and try to develop him to be what he was like in 2024. So yeah, I think I like TJ Parker here. The Texans, I'll have them taking Spencer Fano because Spencer Fano has been playing okay. He was much more hyped when coming out of college last year, but he's been all right. He's agile. He's fine. He's good. He hasn't been living up to his expectation, but he's good. I mean, he's good. He hasn't allowed any sacks this year, which is good. He hasn't allowed any hits this year. He's only allowed 5 hurries, so you can take him here. Utah probably isn't gonna be playing that much anymore, since the season's about to end. But Fano isn't a bad pick here, and they need tackles. So ever since Tunsil's been gone, so we'll take Fano here. With the Ravens, I think you take Peter Woods. Peter Woods has been pretty good for the Tigers recently, but he a little bit of a down year compared to last year. He's only had 3 less hurries. I mean, the stats get a little worse every single year besides the sacks. So, um, yeah, it's gonna be tough to see Peter Woods, not do as well as he was projected to be, but still you gotta take the defensive interior line because Matabike's hurt and you don't know if he's ever coming back. So take Peter Woods here, and even when Matabike comes back, you have a good duo. So you should take that. Bucks have tight end listed. I don't think so. I think you should take offensive line, maybe Maui Goa, maybe Ione, and I think you take Ione. Ione has been pretty good this year. Penn State has been a dumpster fire since James Franklin got fired, but Ione isn't bad. So you take Ione here. He's really good at the run game. He creates a good push, and he's been reliable too. So I think you take Ione here. The Bills. I think the Bills take Concepcion. This is honestly a match made in heaven for the Bills. They have so many big, bulky receivers that are 6'4", 220. So you're gonna have to take someone like a Casey Conception, who's just a pure fast, pure speed, 5'11", 190. Who's kind of like Makai Lemon, who can just find places in the field and just get open, but also is just crazy fast. He's been returning punts at A&M, and honestly, someone like Josh Allen, who's kind of like a backyard football player, is very good at is going to do wonders with Casey Conception because he can just get open. So this is going to be a good pick for them. And honestly, I wouldn't pick anybody else. Like I wouldn't pick Denzel Boston or Elijah Surratt or Ian Strong or even Chris Bell. Too big. And the Bills already have enough of these type of receivers. So I think Casey Conception is actually the perfect fit because you need that fast guy, and he's a pretty good player. So I would take Conception here. Eagles. Jeremiah Love obviously won't be the player. You have Saquon. Maybe like an edge, premier edge. Maybe Romello Height, LT Overton. I mean, you can take a lot here, but I think you need a premier edge. you had to have Brandon Graham come out of retirement, and honestly, I don't think you can be getting away with their edge room. It's not been okay. Obviously, Jalen Phillips has been playing bad, but you need another young guy outside of him. So we'll take Romello Height. Again, he's pretty small, 240, 630, or six well 230, 240, 6'3", senior, pretty old. That Texas Tech team is getting pretty old. So once they all get drafted, we're gonna see how interesting they play out. But Romello Height's pretty good. Again, not that great run stopping, but pass rushing again, you're taking him for that. And you have Jalen Carter already in for the run stopping, so I wouldn't really be and Jordan Davis, so I wouldn't really worry about that. So you just take Romello High here to get some real edge rush threat, and yeah, I got the Jets taking Brandon Sis. Since the Sauce Gardner trade, they're gonna need some real cornerback play. So honestly, getting Brandon Sis isn't bad. He's young, 190, 6 foot. He's very fast and he's very athletic. So I think the Jets can take a swing here. I think you can take a wide receiver later because it's a very wide receiver deep class with Jacoby Lane, maybe Nick Anderson, Cedar Daniels. So there's a lot. Maybe Zachariah Branch too is a good great house. Nick Carver I don't think will declare, but yeah, you can definitely wait on the receivers because you can find some good receiver talent later on in the rounds. So taking corner isn't the worst option here. So I think taking Sisk is honestly a really good pick. The 49ers. We're going to go with Francis Mauigoa. Mauigoa can obviously move into guard or tackle, but based off what he is needed for San Francisco, I think you can move him to tackle and keep him there because, one, everyone's getting old. Trent Williams is getting old. There's been some injuries, so maybe you take Mauigoa, just keep him there, see how he does. If he doesn't do well, maybe move him to guard and try and convert someone else or just draft another guard, or not draft another tackle. But you take Mauigoa over just for the trenches help. Usually I have them taking edge, but I don't think they can put off. I mean, I don't know. Like, Mason Thomas maybe could be in play here. He's pretty big. Or Quincy Rhodes. He's probably one of the biggest here. He's gonna be good in the run game. But honestly, just take Mauigoa here. Maybe take a edge later. Like maybe take like Danny Dennis Sutton later or TJ Guy later. Like take someone like that. But just wait and take the value, the positional value. And as much as it might not be the flashy pick, you just gotta take it. The Chargers. You can take K. McDonald here. I feel like K. McDonald is very, very good. He's been very, very good. He's risen a lot. He can push the pocket. He can really use his big body just to get into the backfield, and he'll be good for run blocking too. So, he'll be good to stop that run. So, you get some good defensive line. Get some good defensive line help. All right, Jacksonville. The Jaguars. So the Jaguars have some. The Browns. So the Browns obviously trading back so the Jacksonville traded for Travis Hunter. They have some interesting decisions to make. Do they get a quarterback here? Maybe Nussmeier or Sellers. But I think they can go offensive tackle here. Maybe they can go running back. But they already have Judkins, so maybe not. Safety, I don't think they need any. Linebacker, you can maybe take CJ Allen, but Carson is better. So, and you don't need to take a receiver because you just took Tyson. So, honestly, I feel like you just take the positional value, take offensive tackle. Maybe you go for Caden Proctor. And I think you should go Proctor here. Regardless if he'll move to guard or not, I think he's a good athlete. He's a good run blocker, pass blocker. And Jacksonville, why do I keep on saying Jacksonville? The Browns need some tackle help, so we'll just give him a tackle here. Proctor's been decent at Alabama, so I think he was projected a little higher early on this year, but again, Proctor's Proctor. So you'll just take the value. The Cowboys. You're gonna take Jeremiah Love. He's fallen, man. So I'll take Jeremiah Love. Jerry Jones loves these flashy picks. Obviously, you're gonna need defense, but you have 2 first-round picks, and you took Mansour Delane. So you can maybe haul on the defense and just get a flashy pick here and take Jeremiah Love. He's been very good, Heisman hopeful, and he's honestly just been super good this year. He has already 1,000-yard season, already 18 touchdowns. He already has target 34 times. He has 280 receiving yards. I mean, yeah, he's good. So let's just take a flashy pick for the Packers, and let's get that offense even more scarier with Lamb, Prescott, and Love with Pickens. Whew, it's gonna get explosive in Dallas. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, with the Seahawks on the board, I'm taking Emmanuel Pregnon. He's been an interesting guard. Oregon's also been pretty good. He's really powerful, so I'm sure that Seahawks can use more help in the trenches, especially with the offensive side of the ball. So how explosive that offense is too, maybe Darnold can use some help on the offensive line too, so you can get some more time. And obviously, a guard pick isn't a bad pick, anyways, unless they bust. But usually, if you hit on a guard pick, it's not bad. So we'll take Pregnon here. The Rams, Avion Terrell just falls into their laps. I think Avion Terrell is very good. He again has not been playing as good as he did last year. He still has no interceptions, and he's allowed 3 touchdowns. But I think you should just still take the upside. He has less defensive snaps too. He has less games played. Obviously, Clemson hasn't been good, and he has a higher passer rating. But honestly, I would just take it. Like just take Avion Terrell. You need the corner help anyways, especially with how well they've been playing. They can maybe swing on a corner. So especially with Downs too, Downs can maybe help. So we'll take Avion Terrell here. 2 secondaries for the Rams, but hey, you were getting lit up by Bryce Young and Teddy McMillan, so 2 secondaries isn't probably the worst decision. So the Broncos, I think you take Denzel Boston. They need a real receiver. Like Courtland Sutton's good, but Denzel Boston can be that catch guy for Bo Nix. So I think Denzel Boston's in play here. He's very big catch radius. I really like Denzel Boston here. The Bears, you're gonna have to either take defensive like Christian Miller or like Caleb Banks, or maybe R. Mason Thomas or Quincy Rhodes. I like Quincy Rhodes here. Quincy Rhodes has also been pretty good this year. He's very big. He's probably one of the, if not the biggest in the class. He's 275, 6'6". So you're taking again his size and his run blocking ability. They've struggled against the run and even pass too. So they need to get some pressure going and some run stopping. So I'm like Quincy Rhodes Jr. can really step in, immediately be a day one starter, and immediately impact games. So even though Arkansas hasn't been this good year, he's been all right. So he has 7 sacks this year. So hey, you gotta take it when you have someone like a freak athlete, and he's doing really well too. His stats are getting better and better each year. So maybe you go Quincy Rhodes Jr. here. I really like that pick. All right, with the Patriots, you don't really need corner. I don't know why they haven't need corner. The corners have been fine. They just strapped down Jackson Dart. So you don't need to take Colton here. Maybe you take LT Overton, who is a senior, 278, 6'5". He's also one of the bigger edges in this class. Also take R. Mason Thomas. Take Jennings Dunker, maybe. Reach on a tackle. But I feel like they need to take a rusher here, so we'll take LT Overton. Again, another big guy, very big, can help with the run, and you honestly need that true blue chip edge rushing prospect that you can really rely on. And maybe LT Overton can be that guy. Maybe he won't, and it'll just be a rotational piece. But honestly, the Patriots have looked good enough to the point where they can get a rotational piece and still be well off. So I wouldn't really worry about this. But yeah, so to Ohio State go first overall. There's 4 in the top 15, and there's a lot. There's 5 in total, so it's team's goated, man. So of course, I can see Sunny Styles dropping maybe, and someone like a I don't know Brandon Cease or Ione going to like the Steelers or something, or like the I don't know anywhere. But anyways, I'm just yapping out my ass. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.